Night Football last night. Baker Mayfield, first game he's ever missed with injury. But, Sam Acho, the one thing we know the Browns can do regardless is run the ball.
Yes, Dearness Johnson had 146 rushing yards behind that dominant offensive line. What a game.
Yes, that to the delight of those of us who picked him up on our fantasy team this week.
Man.
This was delightful, too. And that's how they kept the opening drive, 7-0 Browns early. Late third now. Case Keenum playing in place, Sacho, of Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, and he's a great backup quarterback, right? He comes in, he does his job, and he wins when he needs to win. That's what he did in this game.
Yeah, that was picking up a big fourth down there conversion that puts them on the one, and that would lead to this.
Yeah, once again, you've been running all night, and then you do a play action at the goal line. Defenses is pressing. All of a sudden, you get somebody wide open.
Touchdown to Johnny Stanton. The Browns extend the lead, and then now they're just looking to run the clock out at the end. They need one more first down to win it, and there it is with Dearness Johnson. So he had the big night, and the Browns get the win that they need. Look, a win is a win, especially under the circumstances that they were in. So they go to 4-3 behind Johnson, his first career start. He came into the league in 2019. He had less than 200 total career rushing yards. Coming into the game, he had 146 last night, fifth most for any player in any game so far this season. So that was last night. How about Sunday? Bears, Bucks, an interesting game. The 44-year-old Tom Brady, almost exactly twice as old as his counterpart Justin Fields. Biggest age difference between quarterbacks in NFL history. Brady, by the way, has won 10 straight starts against rookie quarterbacks. The analytics love Brady this week. ESPN's FBI giving the Bucks an 81% chance to win. That equates basically to a 12-point margin. Flashback week 5 last year. That was the game you might recall where Brady lost track of downs. He thought it was third down. It was fourth down. It was actually fifth down. Brady talked about that mistake.
Seems like a long time ago, but actually it wasn't that long ago. So, yeah, that hasn't happened very often in my career. For some reason, that happened at that moment. But yeah, that was a tough loss, and I think we learned a lot from that loss. That last year, we have a chance to win the game in 2 minutes by going down and kicking a field goal, and we don't get the job done.
So obviously, the Brady and Fields of it all makes this game interesting in so many different ways. And RC, I sort of like the question you brought up in our meeting this morning. What is it you're interested to see this week?
Let Justin Fields go. That's what they need to do. They need to come into the game, continue playing the defense that we've seen them play throughout this season, because the defense have kept them in this game, right? It's 17-14 last week until Aaron Rodgers figures out that he has ownership in the Chicago Bears and he lets all of their fans know. That defense can keep them close, but if you don't let Justin Fields go, if you don't let him push the ball down the field, I don't think you have an opportunity to win this game against a team that is explosive as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers can be. Justin Fields, since the Cleveland Browns game, has been the top 5 quarterback from the pocket. You know how I know that? Because Himbo just texted me during the commercial break to let me know. And so if you have a quarterback who is making those plays from the pocket, you understand what it looked like when we saw the play action game against the Detroit Lions. Give him some of those opportunities. Give him some of those Allen Robinson opportunities, some of those Darnell Mooney opportunities. You know you can run the football. You know you can play defense. But when you start to hit the big play Chicago Bears, that's when you have opportunities to beat good teams and stay in the game with good teams. It's time to let Justin Fields see what that arm can do and that athleticism.
Unleash Justin Fields. Graziano, is it likely we will see that Sunday?
I'd be surprised, honestly. I think the Bears are prioritizing the development of this player
Come on,
right now,
and I think
they're going to. Well, I'm with you. I'd like to see it. I think it'd be a lot of fun. I'd be surprised if that's the way they go. I think they want to win the way you're talking about in terms of defense and holding them down. But, yeah, man, I mean, the Bears score 16 points a game. The Buccaneers have 16 points when they get off the bus. Like, I don't understand how they're going to pull this off. I don't.
There's an interesting conversation to be had, and this may not be the moment to do it, about which way is the right way to develop these young quarterbacks, throw them to the wolves like some of the other teams have, or be this kind of, it seems, extra cautious the way the Bears are being. One way or another, that guy is going to be the problem this weekend, right, Sacho? That you have to be able to match what Tom Brady is doing, and that's not easy to do.
Yeah, that's the issue. Like Tom Brady, explosively with that offense, they've been playing at a high level. And we go back to last year. Last year in this game, I kind of believe that the Bears are going to beat the Bucks because the Bucks were trying to find their stride with Tom Brady in his first year, and the Bears had just made a quarterback switch. Whereas this year, when you watch the Bears play, I don't give them a chance. Like we talk about exploding the offense and throwing it downfield. They haven't done that, whether it's Matt Nagy calling plays or Bill Lazor calling plays. I don't think it's about protecting your quarterback. It's just about the way they're calling plays. You don't give your team a chance to win. We saw it in week 1 against the LA Rams. It's like, dude, how can we win this game? And so I don't think the Bears have a chance with the way that they've been playing football. Now, to RC's point, if you get Allen Robinson involved with downfield passing, Darnell Mooney involved with downfield passing, then maybe, just maybe, you can keep it close. But if not, you got no shot.
Nick, how about this Bears defense against your old buddy Brady? What can this Bears defense do to make him uncomfortable enough that gives Chicago some chance to win this game?
Well, they're going to have to do what they did last year. And there's a classic picture of Tom Brady looking at Mac like, man, are you hitting me again? And if the Chicago Bears can get after Tom Brady consistently down after down, that's when things go bad. And that's when any quarterback gets frustrated. If there's a lot of pressure in his face and he has to force the issue, he has to get the ball out of his hands quickly, that's when you start forgetting what down it is. But I have a sense that Tom Brady doesn't even want to get into fourth down. So he's going to try and throw all over the Chicago defense. And the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, just like Acho said, they are different than they were last year. Last year, they were trying to figure themselves out. I think right now they know exactly who they are. So they're going to be throwing this football. I don't think the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to have any issue. And I think the Chicago Bears are going to have a hard time keeping up.
It's kind of hard to believe. Tom Brady was 43 when these teams played last year. How much he's grown since then. How much the Buccaneers have grown since that time. I got to leave it there because the basketball guys have much more football to go as we continue. Right now, it's also time for our DraftKings poll question of the day. Will Tom Brady throw 3 or more touchdowns against that Bears defense on Sunday? That's the question. DraftKings is the official daily fantasy partner of the NFL this Sunday only. New players can play free for over $1 million in total prizes when you make your first deposit. Download the DraftKings app and sign up with the code GETUP. Meanwhile, to the hoop, let's run the floor. Don't sleep on the Heat. In the Eastern Conference, Miami got off to a scorching start last night in their first game, just destroying the Bucks. They outscored the world champs 40-17 in the first, went on to win it 137-95. Jimmy Butler at 21, Giannis held to just 15. In Atlanta, the Hawks used a huge third quarter. They blew out the Mavericks 113-87. Trae Young didn't shoot very well. He did finish with 19 points and 14 assists. Luka Doncic held to just 18 in the loss. And as we showed you at the beginning of the show, Steph Curry was unbelievable last night. In the first quarter, he had all 9 of his shots, including 5 threes, 25 in the first, finished with 45 on the night. Warriors beat the Clippers 115-113, and that brings us to this man. Big Perk is ready to go. Kendrick Perkins, thanks for getting up early here. As we look at what Steph Curry did last night, the season that he had last year, and picking up right where he left off, what is he right now in this league as you watch Steph?
Well, Greeny, first of all, I came to the conclusion last night that I'm jealous of Steph Curry.